Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US Indices Report. Today we'll just cover the S&P 500 and also Apple. So with the S&P 500 here, we have wave 3 here and the corrective pattern wave 4 here. So we're looking for wave 5 to the upside in 5 waves of minor degree. So wave 1 here, wave 2, then up for wave 3, 4 and 5 to make intermediate wave 5. This particular structure up through here has passed its 50-60% retracement level, which was around or just above the major trading level here, 2000. So yeah, we're pretty much well into the first 5 waves within wave 1 here. And to view those, we can do that on the 4-hour chart, and we'll just drill in slowly here. So yeah, wave 1 here, wave 2, and we're still all the way through here in wave 3 here, and yeah, we're getting an extension in this wave 5 here. Okay, so our reference point is this particular green wave 4, and we're also looking for 5 waves in this green wave 5 to make green wave 3. And then wave 4 to pull back 38.2% of this wave 3, but we'll reinvestigate that and look at other pullback targets based on the extension in this wave 5 here. Now on the 2-hour chart, we can get to see a little bit more of where we are here, and as we spoke yesterday, from this wave 4, we're looking for 5 waves up. So wave 1 and 2, and then 3, 4 and 5 here. So in this case here, I've got it quite simple. We've got wave 4 in play here, which well, let's go to the 15-minute chart anyway and drill into that. But you can basically see where we're heading. We're heading for the closest largest number, which is 2100. That said, that can go up to that point there. We can do this on the 15-minute chart though. Obviously going between 2000 and 2100 here, and 2100 is the first minor level, and that will be group 1. So 2100, 2200 and 2300 is all part of group 1, but in this instance here, we have between 2000 and 2100, we have group 1, we have the midpoint, and then we have group 2 here, group 2, 65, 72 and 80, and the market will need to work through those levels. And when we're talking yesterday, we were talking about the midpoint here, the 5 being the second strongest number, and how the market would work through that. So on the 15-minute chart, just to get a bit more detail, but also too, I think the move up here is a little bit longer than we actually think. So using our reference here as wave 4 here and going up to green wave 5, we're looking for 5 waves of 1 degree smaller. So it's clear we've got wave 1 here and wave 2 here, and we're traveling in wave 3 now, which has got the extension in it. But remember, we're still in the extension of this whole wave 5 here. So it's quite a largish structure that we're looking at. And wave 1, wave 2, and between wave 2 and wave 3 here, we're also looking for 5 waves, and they're in light blue here, where we have 1 and 2 here. And then looking at 5 waves within this third wave as well, and we've got 5 little waves in here for 1 and 2, and I'm assuming this is 3 here, and 4, and then 5 either to here, to here, and then an A and a B and a C. We were talking yesterday about the market working across this level, because we know that when a market's working across a particular level like this here, the most common thing is if it works up to the level, then it normally reacts to the level in 3 waves, then moves above it, then has another ABC correction across it, and then makes its move from there. So basically exiting here and re-entering over here. So this is the exit point here, and this is the re-entry point over here. And as we talked about yesterday, we were looking for a target back around this level here. So you could also enter into this if you understood where you were within all of this. So now we're looking for a move up, and from 50, and yes, 60 is very important and will play a part, and we'll see a corrective process across there, but it is 265, which is the beginning of group 2 here, and group 2 here has a lot of other numbers in it as well, a lot of even numbers and whole numbers and so forth, and it's a little bit of a filter. There's a bit more to it than just those 3 levels, but that simplifies it as much as possible. And of course, there's other levels within these ones as well. So from 50 here to 60, you'll have all your micro levels in there, group 1, midpoint, where the market is now, and so on. But yeah, what the market's essentially doing is working across this, is working with this number, working across this level here, and it's moving itself from resistance here to support to move up into group 2 here, and this is basically what we're looking at. So I think that we've still got another structure in here. So it's quite possible that this wave 5 here could be on top here. But I think that, you know, if you're trading up here, this is where you would trade to. 72 really, or 65 is fine. We'll need to just have a quick look at this as it unfolds here to see if it is a corrective pattern here. Yeah, when I look at Apple, for instance, because we've been looking at Apple from the low here and doing the same thing. So same with the S&P 500, basically the A wave, the B wave, and the C wave here, calling in the low and looking for the first 5 waves up here, and that's what we've been doing. And even though, you know, we've presented opportunities in this move here, and perhaps even to stay in there, the opportunities were going to come on wave 2. So on the hourly chart here, we're looking for 5 waves up, the same as the S&P 500 and so on. So basically wave 1 here, wave 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. I know it's very hard to read, but yeah. So in this case here, we may not, on the S&P 500, we don't have this wave 4 in play yet. We're still in this wave 3 here, but it's quite possible that this wave 4 is done and dusted here. But I can assure you there will be a reaction at 110. That's the first minor level below, you know, above the major level here. So also part of group 1 as well as the S&P 500 at the 2100, 2200 and 2300. That's all of group 1 of minor degree. And in this case here, 10, 20 and 30 is all minor degree, because if the market sits on 30, then it separates itself from the 100 and will continue higher to 150 at that point. But that 3 is really important. But we're more interested in picking up this particular long trade in wave 2 here, because we know that wave 3 is going to be the longest structure of them all here. So I'll just go back to the daily chart here. So the wave 3, if that takes us to 110 as 1 here and back, maybe not to the 100 here, depending on what's going on with other markets, but we'll be able to pick that up. And then this wave 3 is the one that we want to catch. It will definitely have the extension in it. Just to give you an idea, this is wave 1 here, this is wave 2 pulling back here, and a nice wave 3 coming through. So we're looking at this in, you know, in same thing as this in reverse here. All right, well that's it. The Dow Jones is traveling within that. The banks are moving quite nicely. So everything's really, you know, spot on track, and yeah, all pretty easy with this particular impulse wave. Cheers.